Scourge could already be here.
The Autobots must be using their new pets to reach the temple.
We must retrieve the other half before he does. Go fetch. We will keep an eye out for the Terracons. On first sign of trouble, we are going in.
We got trouble! Where are you guys?
Hang tight! I'm on the way!
Okay, guys. The humans are on the move.
Any sign of Scourge?
Nope, all clear here.
It's an amazing beauty of the world, this plaza here. And so you're going on this grand adventure, and here you are in this Spanish colonial city. For film, it's gonna really feel like you're in a foreign land.
We're on set in Peru, and it's crazy because it's the first time we actually had all our vehicles together in one place. It's gonna be beautiful seeing them against the landscape and terrain that we have out here.
Where are you guys?
The super high-tech designs of the robots and all that, to see them in this organic stonework, integrated in nature, all those beautiful textures that is really, really grounded. I mean, it brings a pretty amazing contrast.
The Autobots are moving. They must have found the key. Don't let them out of your sight.
Yeah, normally you get the little cars out and you put them on the road, you move them around, you say, yeah, we're gonna do this and this, but the car doesn't really have a heart, spirit, or a character to it. So Steven does a really good job relaying to us what he's feeling, that the vehicles are feeling, lets the drivers know how they want to drive the car.
Whew. That's the altitude. We're up in Cusco right now, about to run this bad boy into a wall, and it's kind of sad because we spent so much time developing it, want it to look great, then we have to mess them up. It's crazy.
How many shots do you get?
One.
This is the time that the bad guys have caught up to us. That leads into a wild car chase. I think will be a marquee car chase.
They're tailing us!
It has this crazy back and forth thing we've never done in Transformers.
We were in Los Angeles. Lorenzo Bonaventura in Peru sends this picture over of this switchback with these incredible turns chopping up the side of this hill, and he says, "What do you think of this?" I see it and I lose my mind. I was like, this is gonna be an incredible action scene. Let's rock and roll.
Lorenzo found this location. He threw it at us all and just said, let's go make something cool out of this. Let's make something fun. And when Lorenzo had spotted that, we basically took the location, we rebuilt the location in CG, and then we choreographed a fight from top to bottom, where they start off with vehicles at the top, and then it just turns into chaos, and they go into robot form. Prime and Scourge are fighting each other, rolling down the hills, shooting each other, trying to take each other out.
Guys!
Cars, robots, cars. Give the people what they want.
Part of the charm of it is that they're not the robots from the last night. As the franchise progressed, the design of the robots became increasingly more complex. We put a lot more aging on them. We put a lot more rust on them. When they transform, they kick up some dust. I think with our stripped down designs and the more kind of basic core G1 feel of them all, that we had to get a little bit more inventive with how we used the simple paneling that they had to try to convey the same complexity. But the fun of it was really trying to choreograph it in a way that took advantage of that switchback nature, the zigzag road. Basically, every shot that we have of one character, we try to get the other characters into it somehow, either rolling over top of them or, behind them, so that it just became this network of tumbles.
And so they can fall down the hill, catch up to the next car, bang into something else.
And Nightbird gets taken out by a tumbling rock that's dislodged by Scourge and Prime. When Steven and I initially talked about it, we, referred to it as like if you had a slinky at the top of a staircase and you release the slinky and it would go down like that. The RC moment with the doors was really just dreamed up by Steven in pre-production. We were throwing loads of ideas at him to see what would stick. We prevised that very, very heavily. They then went and shot it on the location.
3, 2, 1, action.
The whole location is at 15,000 feet, which is very, very difficult, not only to breathe in, but to have stunt drivers up there doing some incredible, very dangerous, crazy driving stunts at that elevation was a huge, huge event.
Well, it's awesome. It's awesome. We're in this amazing place, probably 13,900 feet above sea level. The cliffs are pretty steep and dramatic.
I've never seen any kind of mountains, majestic mountains like this in my life. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The car seems to be running great.
Did someone call for backup?
The altitude's not a problem for me or the car right now.
We're on the edge of a cliff, and there's no railings there. There's no anything there. It's like one wrong move, and you can go off the edge of the cliff.
It is pretty steep, so they got to be really careful. And yet, we got to get the excitement of the speed and all that feeling.
Fry! What the hell are you doing?
We're on this 2-lane road doing all this kind of stuff, trying to get as much speed as we can out of these vehicles.
So, we're gonna have Prime and Scourge come through here, which are, 6-ton trucks. And we're trying to make them drift like a race car. And we have some of the most amazing drivers and the most amazing vehicles on Earth. So we're finding ways for that to happen, but, it's a challenge.
Today's been a great day. We've been up in the Andes Mountains, driving this 930 Turbo Porsche. The weather's been really nice, so hopefully it stays that way and we can continue getting some great shots.
We very rarely see this area not in clouds, so we're shooting like crazy before the clouds roll.
We're doing a little slide around this corner. And I come sliding around, and then we're gonna chase the motorcycle up this bottom road.
But it's still a little sketchy just up here, because if you make a mistake or something breaks, the consequences aren't so good.
To be able to accept the challenge of using it at a location like that, that was a really gutsy move. I think visually it really paid off.
It was a glorious day. Another beautiful day on the mountain.
You're going to die on this speck of dust. I can think of no better place to bury you.